Okay. I should be audible now. Should be. The dongle wasn't plugged in enough. Hey, awesome. Alright. Yes. Hello. Welcome, as always, to the Monday night SciFiAIguy stream, where we play sci-fi games with AI themes. The first thing I saw in chat when I opened it up was Place of Old saying, hey all, today, am I right? And, yeah, I agree completely. I do indeed sound tired, Place of Old, you are correct. Yeah. Oh, today was rough, and about half hour before the stream, I started to get quite the headache. I've temporarily abated it with a wheat bag, but and I've got physio tomorrow, so I'm not too worried. But it is a insistent, like right behind the left eye kind of headache. And it's not great. It's not great, but and also the exegesis is a piece of shit. But you know that hasn't stopped being true for a while, and will likely continue to be true until it suddenly isn't. Which I'm not looking forward to. The process of, I mean. Once it's good, I'll be pleased, but, well, provided it gets there. But let's not think about that. Short night and then rest. Possibly, Place, possibly. I have yet to decide, because if I'm not doing this, I'm just going to be, you know, sitting in a slightly different part of the lounge room, looking at the same screen, and also trying to pretend that I don't exist. So, I mean, this is more active. I talk, and I have to think and make choices, and also spooky things will go blur. But, yeah, we'll see. I would be shocked if I make it the full 120 minutes. Even an hour would be fine. If it's a half hour, that's what it is. That's what we get. Plus, hand pain has been at an absolute high recently, which is frustrating. Because I need hands to do things, to get about my day, and then when I get you know, my head stuck on something, I get compulsive about it, which means I have to keep frittering away at it. And often this is, you know, things like planning D&D, but at the moment it's to do with magic cards, and surprise, surprise, handling cards requires hands. So yeah, it's not a great time at the moment. But yes, a stream is a stream is a stream. Crafty Devious, once again with the nail and the head and the connection betwixt. We'll wait one more minute or two. Maybe we'll get a Saz Rainbow. Which means that in spirit, we'll get a well-lit weenie, but not actually. Because there is work to be done. Pedagogical work, in fact. Place of Old asking the new card sets from PAX. So those cards that we got at PAX, all of those decks I donated to our friends because they need cards more than I do. And they were excited about cards, so I figured they should have the lot. I have too many, well, not too many cards. I have a lot of cards. I could do with more cards, but I'm not going to deny other people cards just so I can have a few more cards that I won't use much at all, if ever. So, but I mean, it was that got me, you know, that injected the bug back into my ear, and bade me return to my own decks and my own designs. But I'm making headway, and the plan is to resurrect some form of Magic Night here in the home. So if you Place are interested in learning any Magic the Gathering, this is the place where you can learn. This is the house of learning. Although you probably don't need another geek addiction, money-wise. But, you know, I'm not going to stop you. First hit is always free, etc., etc. Report writing time. Ugh. Yeah, I too would clean everything to avoid them. Alright. It has been 5 of the minutes. Oh, let's go. Oh, yeah, low energy tonight, which sucks, because we've just arrived in a place where everyone's had their head removed. Okay, Simon has entered Omicron. Before he can ride the climber into the abyss, he needs a power suit so he'll survive the pressure. My tinnitus is going buck-ass wild right now, so I'm going to turn this up a bit on my end. So I didn't want to have to do. SOMA's mix has been weird the past couple times for me. Some things too loud, some things too quiet. And I would rather not hear some things, given that I do have subtitles, just so that I'm not assaulted by noise. Whew, so this is a brand new area, which was the perfect time to stop last time, but is the most frustrating time to start now, because I don't want a new area. I want to iterate on something a bit and chat about it. This is where Talos Principle was great, actually. I think in retrospect, that has been my favorite stream game, because even when there were sessions that were just pure puzzles, I was always doing something, so I can look back on them with emotional fondness. I don't know how they land in terms of content, and there was some stuff to talk about regarding, you know, cognition and whatnot, but oh, having kidlet probs, place of old. Looking forward to a weekend. Well, how many more weeks do you have? I mean, you've got reports coming, which is bad, but it also means that, you know, you're reaching the end of the line, time. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Oh. Physics operable. Okay. Some sort of life vest thing. Oh, man. Yeah, so we'll see how much streaming I can do. My eyes are being a bit weird at the moment, actually. When I turn too quickly, I have trouble processing information successfully, which is going to get difficult. I mean, the good news is I don't have to run from monsters, I just have to stay out of their way. So that helps a bunch, but... Okay, these are just going to be lab coats, right? Just... Yeah, okay. One bra. Or, you know, maybe some felt goggles. Okay, so we're trying to get to a climber. I don't remember any of the mystery stuff. Do you? Do you guys? Because we went to a place and we heard some things and there was talking about Black Box and there were people's names and it's all gone. It is all gone from my brain. There is just no chance of me remembering any of it. Yeah, I thought that would happen. Whew. I'm going to take a sip of this beverage. 5 weeks, wow. But it is indeed the final countdown. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Catherine is shady. She is always shady. She is the shadiest. Alright. I'm a left-hand rule kind of dwarf. I'm technically no dwarf at all. And I'm quoting someone I don't even like. Yep. There's the headache. Okay, cool. I mean, do we want to change floors this early? Or is every door going to lead up? Oh! Okay, so I was meant to go here first? Spooky noise. Okay. I mean, okay, global lockdown active, override at dive room console. Okay, so this would normally take us down to the abyss? Whoa. Oh, I thought... We've been watching Dark Souls, so I saw this and I thought it was a Dark Soul. Just someone tooling about, but no, it was some mist. Is it fuzzy for anybody else? Okay, no. Some lines are resolving crisp, but everything else seems real fuzzy. Yeah, look at that. Like the visual distortion. But, if I recall, I was getting weird visual distortion when I was down as well. I'm also swaying on my feet a bit more. Okay. I think there's some environmental storytelling going on with, actually, it wouldn't be called that, would it? Like, you wouldn't call it environmental storytelling if it is storytelling wherein the body of who you are. Yeah, look at me limping. I swear I wasn't limping before. Yeah, okay, that all makes sense. Southall, whatever. Alright. Ah. Whew. This is going to be a short one, guys. Where is the... Okay. So it's somewhere here? I've always wondered about the radius of effect of these creatures, right? Because if it's a sphere, all it need do is be above me, and it would trigger my response, right? It would trigger the visual artifacting. But oh no, I hear clanky. Okay, so if we head upstairs, we will enter the unsafe zone of a monster, and that tracks, frankly, with the game. So I'm going to dive room. Yep, there goes me heart. Sip of the beverage. I mean, at least we now know that the body that Simon inhabits has a heart in it, right? Because it's, I can't remember her name, but, you know, whoever's corpse got unwittingly hijacked to be Simon's vessel. It was a human body. Was a human. Okay. So we're being railroaded, but that's fine. So no, overgrown. Or is that a corner? That is not a corner. That is a person. What has happened there to the side of them? Yeah. Okay. Alright. And good. Yep. Typical sort of stuff. So, one presumes the monster was in here. There's only one way to go. I mean, as I mentioned before, Theta felt... Whoa. Whoa. That was really cool. So we have seen a monster before that can do that, and that was in the ship, the downed vessel that gave us so many problems in the first playthrough. That one could teleport and had like a corpse body and then a head like a, you know, electromagnetic Christmas tree. And this person had what appeared to be a human body, possibly again corpse-ish in nature, but then some sort of, you know, robo-arm head. And this one teleported as well. I don't know. Yeah, this game has yet to explain teleportation at all. The only thing I can think is that it isn't teleporting, it's moving around, but I am frozen in the interim. But then if these things are predatory, then if I'm frozen, why aren't they attacking me? Yeah, I'm going to have to wiki that shit later. Unless it does get explained at some point. But, yeah, I can't believe it didn't dawn on me before. How is teleportation explained within the narrative of this game? Within this world? So right now it should be impossible. You know, without extra stuff being told to me. Like, it's possible. Alright. The game will be returned to. So I was just scoping chat. Whoa. Okay, global lockdown still active. Yeah, as I was saying about Theta, Theta felt like the big hard area that was difficult and crazy. So coming here feels a bit more boss-ish. Like, I would expect we get some narrative closure. I mean, I know how the game ends because I spoiled myself, because I had to, because I was writing a paper that involved SOMA, that then got rejected, so lucky me. But it means that I know what happens, but not in what order or how or whatever, right? I know the coda of this piece, but not its inner workings. This is it, I bet. Maybe. I don't know why else I would have this room with this obvious console. Okay. Ugh. Filth. As usual, scans, although these ones at least look human, not infected. Oh, this gangster lean that I got going on. Unsavory. And once again, we've got a place where things have gone wrong, but it's not as obvious what the dealio. Okay, monster's going to appear at the end of this long hallway, right? I bet money, monster's going to appear, and it's going to say something cool. Maybe it appears behind. No? I open this door and something bad happens? Or, this is the hallway I have to run down later. Right? I do love games... Oh, that sound design. I do love games that want me to explore ruins, you know? Just fucked up places. It's cool. A goodyless road. Oh. One way. Okay. That's interesting. Oh shit. Okay, we get a Catherine talk.
Is this Omicron? Everything is so basic, so limited. I hope it's not the Omnidor falling apart.
What does that mean to you, though?
Okay, we need to find you a power suit.
What is that like experientially?
So we can go into the abyss without ending up like a recycled can of soda?
You think we'll find one that fits me? I mean, I'm kind of in a suit already.
That's been bothering me too. You know how you were transferred from Vancouver?
Toronto.
From then to now.
How could I forget?
Okay, so we do it again.
You want to send me to the future?
No, you idiot. I want to transfer your mind into a new body.
What?
Look, we already know it can be done. We don't need to make it a big deal.
It is a big deal, Kath. It's a huge fucking deal. There's got to be something else that can take us down there.
The Dunbat at Theta was the only vessel that could take that pressure, and you saw what happened.
Then think of something else.
Simon, please. You don't have to switch this instant. Just play along for now. If we find something else, then great. If not...
I'm not promising anything.
Thank you, Simon. Have a look around the room. This is where they would keep the power suits, if there are any left.
Place. I just want to know, are these the sort of statements you use with children? Is this the sort of shit where like, oh, you know, we don't have to do it, but, I mean, if we have to do it. Like just dancing around shit? Because, hot damn. Oof, aggressive no from Place of Old. It's cool. It's cool. I wasn't trying to throw shade. I've never been trained in negotiating with children, so I don't know the ins and outs of those sort of communications. Right? And I am I can be very straightforward. And at least I think I can be, right? So I've long had this idea that I would be, you know, quite honest with my own child, perhaps brutally so, because, oh, this is where I get scanned and put in a power suit, and then I leave my old body behind. Yeah, I was long possessed of this idea of, you know, savage honesty with children.
Simon, look for a suit in the lockers.
I just did. Oh!
God. Nice. I found one of the power suits. There's a dead woman inside. At least I think it's a woman. Just like the body we found in the annex. She's missing her head.
Gross. This could work in our favor, though. Look for a terminal nearby, see if you can boot it up.
Wow, okay. Yeah, sorry, Place. I wasn't trying to imply that you are manipulative, or indeed that children should be manipulated. I actually can't remember what my initial point was. If we get a chance to talk about this again, I will try to make more sense. Actually, how
Don't
much?
waste time, Simon. Activate
Would
the power
you
suit already.
Riley Herber. I recognize the name. I'm gonna have to put something in there. All right. I'm gonna have to go through there, maybe. All right. Power suit, HPS tracking, HPS activation. Okay. HPS information. A high-pressure suit, guaranteed to withstand temperatures spanning from 50°C to minus 75°C, while keeping a steady 40°C default on the inside. You want a steady 40 degrees on the inside. The suit will automatically shield the wearer from pressure and maintain the normal 1 atmosphere up to a depth of 5,000 meters. The onboard controller monitors the wearer's physical state and is able to minimize risk of shock, hyperventilation, and even dehydration. Place. Always explain why things are done and why they need to be a certain way. Sometimes a little too honest. Case in point, the fire drill on Friday. But you have to be so that they trust you. Yeah. I err towards the sides of honesty. I guess I always presumed that honesty was, incorrect, or at least not what is taught, or what is assumed to be the way. I prefer it, ideologically. You're pretty honest with your kidlets. Yeah, well, that's great. That's like that huge tick. Big tick from me. Alright, usage. The suit is easily assembled through rotating neck and wrist rings that locks the gloves and helmets in place. Note that the joints won't seal unless the controller is able to identify a wearer through a set of sensory systems. Suits may be locked to specific personnel, but as a default, the suit will accept anyone. Okay. The controller has a capital C. I don't know if that's a person of rank or a system or a device. Okay. Oh no, hit controller. About to explain it. But yeah, it is locked to people potentially. The controller is the onboard computer monitoring pulse, brain activity, body temperature, and stress through skin conductance. It uses this information to provide the wearer with the safest experience. Okay. Tracking. Okay, so there's... What does that show me? Oh, okay, normally this is just on so that people can see where suits are going. So there's 3 suits. There's one at Omicron, there's one at the climber station, and then there's one at Tau. We're headed to Tau, right? Well, we're in D, so we're going to do everything but, and then go to D. Load it up.
Not exactly grade A material.
Don't write it off just yet. Remember what we found out at Theta? The suit you are wearing is basically just a Cortex chip working a few pints of structure gel, powered by the on-suit battery pack.
And a dead colleague, Imogen Reed.
Exactly. If you think about it, we're actually incredibly lucky. We found a suit with an already dead body inside.
I guess you're right. What about the WoW? What makes you think it'll play along?
It's not magic, it's algorithms. A set pattern. The WoW won't be able to deny us, even if it was capable of wanting to.
I'm still not crazy about this plan. It feels wrong.
Please, Simon, I can't give up on the Ark. I need this to work.
So we need a Cortex chip, structure gel, and a battery pack. That's one hell of a shopping list.
Yes, it is.
Thanks. I'll just hang around here if that's okay.
I'll be back.
Okay, so we have our shopping list. As per usual. Alright. What are you? Not useful. Okay, so that's where that goes. This is grim. It's grim dandy. Oh. Yeah, okay, I'm actually going to test something real quick, because there is an option. It was here, I think. If I turn these off... Oh, color separation. Leave that on. Color separation off. Back. Back. Turn to the game. Hey, okay. So I am meant to be suffering color separation. It's still... Okay, I'm actually still having problems. I think it is actually just me. I'll put it back on. Also, it's truer to the core experience, blah, 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 blah. Crafty, this is the yuckiest adventure game shopping list ever. It's true. Look, it's no King's Quest. Oh, I'm allowed back through there. Thanks, Catherine. Alright, so... Oh, I didn't look at these. The one on the right looks like walnut. Oh, it's Catherine. It's Catherine there on the left. Okay, so this is the team, potentially, that took the Ark down? For the safety of you and your colleagues, put on the neoprene undersuit and body harness, check the HPS for any visual damages. Starting with the legs, fix the parts into your harness and work yourself upwards. Lock all the pieces together as you go. Let a partner help you with the back piece and the torso. Tap the secure button on your arm piece. You should hear the suit seal itself. The suit will then start to equalize pressure and tap into the oxygen tank. If the suit doesn't seal itself, flex the shock absorbers and try again. If it still won't work, do not try to fix it yourself. Contact maintenance. Note, the HPSs are very heavy and the suit will compensate. You will effectively be stronger than you think you are. Be careful. Regular training applies. Don't hold your breath, don't stay out too long, don't dive too deep, don't dive with malfunctioning equipment. Need to undergo mandatory maintenance checkup before suiting up. Oxygen poisoning, pulmonary edema, and death. Arc team checklist. Power suits tested and ready. Jasper confirms. Omicron scans are in the Ark. Catherine confirms. Loaded equipment and extra rations. Ivashkin confirms. Climber calibrated for weight. Alan confirms. Crane operator ready. Alan confirms. Omicron standing by for pickup in 2 days. Eames confirms. And these are all fucked, right? Yeah. See, I've just looked at a picture of you and seen some stuff. Can we talk about it? Are you conversational?
We need to get a Cortex chip, a battery pack, and some structure gel.
I mean, you'd think a Cortex chip would be with this shit, right? Like, this is a... None of this is... Alright. Are you... No. Okay. Well, this is open again, so I'm going to go back. In case she's opened up some doors.
Don't forget, we need a Cortex chip, structure gel, and a power pack to get the suit ready.
Chatty Cathy. Literally. Oh, fishy fish. Just tooling around in the deep sea. Okay. So let's check the spaces we've been. This is all med stuff. Yeah, now it's a well-lit horror movie. What is this? This seems too important not to... I could be wrong, right? It could be that they've just populated the environment with some cool-looking shit, but it's my expectation that I have to do something with it. Ugh. Chances are low that they would put an essential item in a bin, but, you know. Gotta check it. Now, that door just goes there, right? Or is it past? Surely this is just... Yeah, okay. Cool. This was locked before? Storage. Hey, hey. Kerosene. Close Aruha. I mean, I don't know how searchy this game is going to get in this context, right? Because it could be like, oh hey, all this stuff is legitimately hidden. Or it could be that it's in well-lit spooky rooms and I just have to go there. Yeah, it's my assumption that... Yeah. Alright. Back this way. Whew. Such a limp. But there is less infection all over the place. So I've yet to see a Healy point. Now, that's still shut off. That's still shut off. Oh. Okay. Containment, mess hall, power room, airlock. That's what I am. Dress room. Gonna teleport in. Say hello. Are you above me? Yeah, I guess that's why I've been getting... Whoa. Oh, are you trapped in there? Oh, it didn't have a thing for an arm. That was just there. A thing for a head. Come on. Come back. No? Okay. So these maps... Alright. What did it just say in the middle? It said something. I'm not sure what. Okay, so... Deep depth private room. Alright, so there's a long hallway, infirmary, yep, went into storage. The lab is closed in front of me and behind me, but then there's hydroponics on this floor. I came in through the dress room. Okay, so I should check the lower floor, try and get into these labs, and then presumably head up. Listen to me. Do you guys see that? It appeared on my screen. I'm not going to hit override yet. Okay. Ruffy, Shelley, and Johann Ross. It's a reader. Ruffy, Jacob Halperin, an unusually sedated orange Ruffy found hovering outside Omicron substation. It had a remarkable bone growth that seemed to interfere with its perception. Brought it inside to study it, but it stiffened and died in the process. During post-mortem study, the thing kicked back to life while being out of water. Kept swinging for a few minutes, so I returned it to an aquarium. It instantly started banging into the glass and bludgeoned itself to death before I could relocate it. Okay, so an orange Ruffy presumably being a fish. Shelley. Dead on arrival, Claudia Eames. Darby and Waldeck identified it as what was sabotaging the Lumar probe at about 9,000 meters depth. It's a 150 centimeter long rudder fish that looks like it has merged with some other kind of fish or shark. It's the freakiest form of mutation we've seen so far. It's clear that it is getting worse. Something is causing this, and I'm not buying the radioactive fallout nonsense that Orvari can't shut up about. Johann Ross, dead on arrival, Claudia Eames. The dead man found on the climber this morning has been identified as Johann Ross, the AI psychologist working at the Tau. I can't even begin to imagine what has happened down in the abyss, and frankly I won't risk losing my staff by going down there to look. The ARC team is alive, which I highly doubt. They'll have to find a way to give us a sign. We're not going down there again without a good reason. Holy shit. Okay. No, it just takes me to there? Okay. So, interesting. So this is the containment spot where they dealt with those fish/people. There is an AI psychologist, which is evocative of the robo-psychologist, a role or concept invented by Isaac Asimov. Susan Calvin being the most famous robo-psychologist. And so she would uncover mysteries, or she would solve mysteries in which Asimovian robots would do weird shit. Because the whole thing about... Was this body here before? Guys. This body moved, right? This body definitely moved. Because there were two bodies here, wasn't there? Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so we're right... About that. We are right below this. There is not a lot going on this lower floor. Okay, so it's possible to head back, but it's not necessary? It's kind of frustrating. Unless I have to do a thing that unlocks and opens all of these doors, right? Yeah. Okay. At least it's not a huge map to backtrack around. This is going to be the same thing. Okay, so I'm in containment B. Take the gel. Okay. So those labs. I'm in lower. How do I get to upper then? Hang on. Those... Common workshop I can't get to. So I take those stairs, I go to midsection, then there's the other set of stairs right near it, but that appears to be... okay. So, I think what's going to happen is I'm going to turn off the lockdown, and it's going to change everything, right? Like I have to turn off the lockdown to get the items. I thought I heard a beast. Yeah, it's not often you're playing a 360. You're playing a horror game and you get 360 sound, which is to say I heard something. So that works. I don't remember what you don't remember. It's a match made in heaven. Whew, we are 40 minutes in. We will see how we are going at 8. The headache is less of a problem, but I am feeling just not great. Okay, so that leads to the stairwell. That's the only way up, right? South stairwell, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to check this other area. It's going to be Busto. And I'm going to have to turn off the override, as has been the theme this entire game. And that will allow me to proceed. I'm doing all this hard work. Oh, asking about corpses moving. Aha, thank you, Crafty. Yeah, I really remember the evocative opening image. And I'll be able to check the moment this gets uploaded. Alright, are you just going to have another whinge at me?
Cortex chip,
yep.
a battery pack,
yep,
and
yep,
some
yep.
structure gel.
Okay, well if you let me through this way... Where does this go then? Oh... I thought this was another way. Okay. No, no, no. Don't be silly. Yeah, that's where I'm going to do the upload. That's where I'm going to leave. Okay. And there's no buffer? No. Alright. We've gleaned all the content. Okay, so it's pretty clear that the things we need are going to be in those rooms, and we are going to be chased by the monster that is currently trapped by the override? I don't know how that works, though. If it's a teleporting one. Unless the override opens the containment bay, right? That would be interesting. Yeah, I still just don't get how teleporting works in this system. None of this is relevant. No. And this game has been pretty good about making things obvious. I mean, I say pretty good. There was when I got stuck leaving Theta last week or the week before. That was frustrating. Alright, well, we'd want to turn off the override while we're looking at this cage. Oh, we're going to get another flash? Nope, alright. Okay. Oh, I forget I have a jump button. This is not the sort of game where you expect to have a jump button. So, lower section. This will allow me access to that hallway, which leads to common... I should do this from down below. No, I want to see this thing come out. Error removing lockdown. Finding fault location. Okay. That's not what I expected. Cause system overload. Launching rerouting utility. Okay. Oh! It's a puzzle. We have to stop it. Yeah, okay. I'm on it. Huh. But what am I trying to do? Get the virus. I mean, what do you mean by that? Am I just meant to hit all of the spots? Yeah, okay. I just have to cycle through everything, right? Yep. Oh, and it has to be diagonal? Oh, that can't be right. No, okay, it doesn't have to be. That's fine. Calm Yo Farm. Hey! Okay. The music is good. The music, she is good. Alright. We're going to head down. We're going to see if the corpses have moved a second time. Okay, there's the normal corpse. And there's that corpse. Maybe I'm just wrong? It has happened before. As I'm sure you all remember, it was a Wednesday. Alright. Wait, what? Let me in. I came down here to complete my... Oh. Oh, that's the biohazard lockdown door. Oh, shit. I didn't realize. Okay. Can I override from here as well? It's at... Yes. Yeah. Lower lockdown. Yeah, okay. Another puzzle. Oh, no. Okay. Puzzle once. I ain't a dunce. Oh, good. Active cameras. I want the WoW to see me. That's for damn sure. Robot repair bay. I'm sure there's a lot of fun robots. Are you alive? Like, alive? No. Oh! Whoa. That's wiring and machinery. Why would that be there? That doesn't even make sense, right? Like, the WoW doesn't deal with small moving parts. That's not how the WoW works. As far as I understand it, that is... If there are androids in this, and they haven't explained that yet, that's going to be a real... I'm not going to like that, I think, because it's not right. It's not what they've done. It's not... Yeah, okay. Oh. About to get monstered upon? Yes? No? No? Okay. Alright. Let's listen to some logs. Outgoing Theta.
Are you there?
I hear you, Herbie. What's up?
Just wanted to check in. I have to go do something. I might not be around for a few days, okay?
Rally Herbert leaving the listening post? Must be important.
It is, Strask. It is.
Okay then. Stay safe.
Omicron, can you hear us?
Loud and clear. Everyone all right?
We will be as soon as we make friends with the power suits.
I'm sure you'll get used to it.
Just wanted to check in before we pass the last working Lumar probe. Guys, any last words to Omicron? Don't forget to pick us up. You heard that, right?
Don't worry, we won't forget.
Alright. Heading into radio silence.
Good luck, guys.
Okay. So that was after they descended into the abyss, which means this happened after that. What's this one?
Tau, please respond. This is Rowley Herber calling from Omicron. Please respond, Tau.
Unable to connect. Lumar relay out of range.
Yeah, I get it.
Unable to connect. Lumar relay out of range.
Get the virus. Okay.
Unable to connect.
Tau, please respond.
I didn't end this one
This is
prematurely,
Rowley
did I?
Herber calling from Omicron.
Oh, Almighty Pun Queen.
Please
Hello.
respond, Tau.
Unable to connect. Lumar relay out of range.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, good to see you, Almighty Pun Queen. Welcome. Wine. Interesting choice. Yeah, get your wine. CA. Yeah, my vision is just being screwed around a lot more now. Alpha needs medicine. It's sick. Okay. Alpha wasn't one of the Pathos places, was it? That appears to be structure gel. It's probably what I'm looking for. Into the abyss. Take it to Alpha in the abyss. Is Alpha... Oh. Okay. End Tau. Find Alpha, take the gel to Alpha. Ooh. Or find Tau, find Alpha, take the gel to Alpha. Yeah, there's going to be some sort of injector thing. The heart of Alpha. So... on the map, yeah. Observatory. Okay, so there's us. We're here on the little red bit there. We're heading down towards Tau. If I take this away, yeah, Alpha has been placed over Tau. Right? Yeah, and then we go to Phi where we launch the... where we'll hopefully launch the... what's name? Okay. So this is what we have to look forward to when we get to that end of things. No, not operable. You don't matter? No? Okay. Still don't know what's going on, necessarily. Take the gel to Alpha. If it's structure gel, surely that's the last thing we want to give I mean, is Alpha meant to be the WoW? Because Alpha wasn't a pre-named station, right? Like when you look at all of these and you go, ooh, spooky time. I'm still so confused by that. I don't like that narratively. It doesn't get explained. Because we've seen the sort of stupid shit that the WoW does. And it doesn't tend to be little gears and discrete wires. It tends to be chunky and glowing and weirdly biological, but in a chitinous way. Cortex chip diagnostics. It's minigames. Again. Let me have a quick look around before I do it. But I'm going to be getting the brain out of you, buddy. That's for dang sure. No. No, okay. I like that there's an object in there. Even though I can't open it, I can see the can of soda or the stress ball. I like that. That all seems perfectly reasonable. Okay. Everything seems above board. Oh! No, wait, I'm wrong. Wait. Oh, it's upside down. Yeah, normally that bit is all extended, but it's like here. Yeah, okay, cool. I'll do your minigame. What am I trying to do? Wow, okay. Yeah, you don't need to talk anymore. You're done. That's so wild, though. Let me set up the motor. What's terrifying is, I don't know for sure that this just wouldn't be happening anyway, right? Like, it's happening internally. Like locked-in syndrome. Very strange. Alright. And then... Okay. So, I presume what I actually need to do... it's not gonna... So if I do this, it'll... Yeah. Oh no, it can overlap. That's interesting. SOMA, the spooky minigame simulator. It's true. It's true, Pun Queen. You are correct. Frozen blueberries, cream, and creamed honey. Oh! Oh! Exquisite. Okay, so... This is an interesting puzzle. So, what I want is for these to either be... Yeah, I need to be guiding these... So if I do this, it just gets... Oh, no. No, okay. Okay, it's... Okay. Yeah, that's actually fine then. Okay, I was so confused. Cortex assembly removed, no signal to host. Oh. Oh, that's a cortex? Cortex assembly. Okay, so it's because that's my head. That thing there is the thing that has been jammed into Louise's body or whatever her name was. Wow. That's so weird that it also has eyes. Like, it has camera eyes. It's not strictly necessary, people. I mean, it doesn't seem like it would be. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I know you think it's important. If you'd like to hang around and explain yourself, even just a little. Like, I'm willing to have a dialogue. I'm willing to initiate a dialogue. Oh, I got stuck. Okay. Whew. Okay, hands are starting to hurt a bit. Question is how far we push, right? Did I make it into hydroponics last time? I did not. This is too interesting. I kind of think I want to do Omicron tonight. Also because finishing a fetch quest and then just being in the room where I'm meant to complete the fetch quest actually sounds great, right? Because then I just do the interesting thing next session. I'm immediately rewarded with plot content. Seems good to me. The headache is gone, which is good. But now it's my hands. Now. I mean, there would have been hydroponics. This is all pretty gross. Can I mean, that's not rubbing the belly so much. I guess I kind of did. I'm going to count it. It counts. I guess what matters is whether Buddha thinks it counts. And who knows? Who can say for sure? That leads up, I think. Yeah, that happens last. Yeah, I need to get into these two laboratories. So, this one, Foist, because it's closest. No foreign contaminants beyond this point. Oh, it's gonna check me. Oh shit. That's bad news. Surely. It's so interesting, right? So having... Oh. Yet another headless person. It really doesn't seem like... I mean, there's a lot of water here. Would have washed away some of the blood. I'm curious about the head taking, because I'm curious whether it is people taking it, or a sort of meta person taking it, right? Someone influenced by the wow. I want to know the motive. I want to know the method, the tool used. Could just be ripping off heads. Wouldn't be unreasonable. What do I need? I need structure gel, and I need a third thing. Also, like, these messages that are popping up on here, to me it feels like it might not be true in this specific way, but it seems like what Catherine does, but remotely. So instead of her being plugged into a specific unit and then communicating with it, someone is wandering around and speaking to me through the Wi-Fi. That's how it feels. That's my sensation. Okay, that's 2 seconds of structure gel prodding. That's 3 minutes. Was it 3 hours? Yeah, that's 3 hours, right? Or 2 seconds. Yeah, that's 3 hours, 16 minutes and 41 seconds. That's 11 hours, 21 minutes and 14 seconds. And that is 26 minutes, or 26 hours. So, within less than a day, you have that growth. After what was added? Is it just power? Is it just electricity? I mean, this would explain why the growths have come out of the walls and stuff, if it's actually connected to power cables, right? More math. At theta, systemic shock, open bracket, death, close bracket, circuit mimicked. Check previous results, less than ideal, structure gel test formula, setup, split circuit board, micro battery. So, there's a no death phase, stationary phase, death phase, circuit interpretation phase. So it takes over for the circuit, and then it hits a point where it no longer decays. Something doesn't decay. Along the bottom, it's tracking it in hours. The circuit mimics right before death, but the circuit is mimicked on the blue trapezoid. The circuit is mimicked right before the death phase, around the 5.5 hour mark, but around the 4.5 hour mark on the red line, with structure gel, there is no death phase, and circuit is mimicked a full hour earlier. So is this this immortality that's being banged on about? Ah, guys, come on, guys. Oh, SciFiAIguy, it looks dead compared to the other stuff. Oh, the structure gel lump on the table. That's a good point. I mean, it's still glowing, but yeah, I mean, it's independent, right? Like it's all of these tendrils are like useless and futile roots. I haven't dug into anything. All right, connectivity. Lisa Cameron. 2103-0323. The structure gel has been charged and actually keeps going for a while even when removed from a power source. If applied to circuits, it seems to help out with connectivity. Function. It seems like... So this was 2 days later. It seems like it's not only connectivity... See, I missed the message that time. It seems like it's not only connectivity, but even functionality. The gel can make simple machinery work and act more efficiently. However, the modifications that the WoW has made to the gel are full of extra information that doesn't necessarily make sense. When applied to something more complicated, it causes the gel to act as a cancer upon the host, eventually ruining it. We could use the gel to our advantage, but it needs to be uncalibrated to get rid of the bad code. Okay, so structure gel is full of nanites then? Because the WoW... We have to stop it. No, I know. So the WoW made modifications. So structure gel... I just assumed that structure gel and WoW went hand in hand, and they do now. But structure gel predates WoW. WoW ruined it, so to speak, by trying to... I mean, it just says the modifications that the WoW has made to the gel. It doesn't say whether they asked the WoW to make those changes. So the structure gel was just meant to... So yeah, this is telling me to destroy the WoW. I would love to. Interesting. Okay, pathology. Jacob Halperin. Applied gel to dead mouse. The gel caused the mouse to appear alive. It was put into the same habitat as a living mouse. The reanimated mouse was apathetic while the living one seemed stressed. After 15 minutes, the reanimated mouse attacked and killed the living mouse. Half an hour later, the reanimate an eternal nightmare. Oh, I get it. The reanimated mouse stopped moving. The corpse was solid as the gel had hardened within it. Progress. reanimated another mouse with structure gel. This time it was done with uncalibrated gel as produced by Eames. The results are impressive. The thing appears catatonic, but it's more of a sleepwalker. To avoid the thing hardening as before, electromagnets are used to cause a low electrical current within the animal. This has also provided us the ability to somewhat control it. So electromagnetism was mentioned before, because there was the monster that just let out a lot of electromagnetism and was very bad. It was in the ship, and that one had the head like a Christmas tree. Is electromagnetism what makes these other things animate? But then, on the one hand, you've got the evil gel that had a zombie mouse kill another mouse and then harden up like a rock, and then you've got the good gel, so-called, and it's a sleepwalker, and I see, it would have hardened anyway, but so as far as I can tell, structure gel was never meant to be used on biological creatures, right? It's just meant to mimic circuitry, which is weird. I mean, it would, I guess, as a way to fix things underwater, maybe. That's why it was developed, but yeah, strange. Maybe it's not that weird. It depends how clever it is, right? I'm interested in what this means. Chemical analysis. Paula Lansky. The structure gel remains unchanged on a fundamental level. It's still the same cross-linked gel with aligned graphene in a polyunsaturated matrix that was installed throughout Pathos 2 a few years ago. The problem is not the gel, but its controller, the WoW. The gel has not taken on any new properties. The WoW simply uses it in ways that we would never even have dreamed of. Right. So it's just a conduit. And it's just all throughout Pathos 2. So maybe it's like that stuff you can put in a bike tire, right? That if you get a puncture, this stuff within the tire just glues it up as you go. I think there's something like that. Is that not true? I feel like that's true. Oh, you're not a gel scientist, Almighty Pun Queen. There's actually paint that acts like a circuit? What? That's awesome. That sounds awesome. Study results. Claudia Eames. Overwhelming evidence concludes that all deformed creatures, the fish, the sharks, and even the helpers, were manipulated by the WoW via structure gel. They have, in some manner, been exposed to charged gel and in turn stricken by a cancerous growth that affects their whole being. It's difficult to ask why when talking about an AI, but it all started shortly after the comet killed the surface. I can't for sure say if it's bad code or a carefully programmed mercy killing, but it looks like it's not going to make things easier for us to survive. Fascinating. This is the most explanation we've gotten in a while. I'm very pleased by this. That is so interesting. Okay. Temperature minus 20. Gel uncalibrated. Oh. Of course. Oh, what? Did I? Okay. I gotta service the chip. Is that it? Is this a chip reader? No, it's a smartphone. Look at that. Look at that smartphone. Alright. Okay. Oh, guys. We've found a thing that says WoW on it. This is always the thing when talking about embodied and disembodied AI. Now, the WoW isn't conscious, right? It is an iterative system. It is just a system. So finding its, its control points / data centers makes much more sense and just all fits together and is fine and cool. Because they're not saying the WoW is, alive or awake or any of that nonsense. What is happening here? Okay. Dispense gel. Okay. We are now being shown how this works. Aha! Okay, cool. This is the puzzle. Oh no, we found a rat. Oh, I found writing. I can't read it. Okay. Oh! It's a rat with circuitry nearby. Oh, this might explain why that person in the hallway was covered in gears and whatnot. It's weird. It's still odd, and I'm not sure that I like it narratively, but... Alright, we're gonna do it. Because we're here to discover what happens in this weird place. Yeah, it's like it's sleepwalking. What happens if you dose it again? Anything? We'll just do the animation and then nothing? Because, I mean... Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Alright. Some questions have been answered. Somewhat. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Alright. Now close enough. Get Joe the pond. So when something short circuits, when there is physical damage to the chip or to circuitry, you can cover it in structure gel and it will do its job. That is interesting. What I like about this is that they have thought about their world and then introduced it in small stages so that it's confusing and strange, but nevertheless it makes sense in the end, right? Can I take this? I cannot.
It came back to life. Something like it.
No? Okay. I'm gonna put you back in there, buddy. I feel bad, but it's video games. I had to know for narrative reasons. Alright. Gel uncalibrated. I love it. Cool. Oh, here we go. Okay, test group 1200. Method. Structure gel as connector and interface between energy pal S3 and organic tissue. Okay, first graft, sure. Second graft, sure. Third graft, and then fourth graft. Time in, you know. Never seen something of that speed. Okay. Well, I got 2 out of 3. That is quicker than I thought I would. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, did I see movement? Yes? No? No, I don't think so. Maybe I did. It's hard to tell with the color separation. Alright. So, we've got that lab. Oh. So, if I find this virus somewhere in this place, you bet your ass I'm going to take it to WoW and shove it in. haven't gone to upper. Power room, mess hall, containment 2. Okay, listen to me. Look, it's not that I'm not listening, it's that, you know, apparently Simon Jarrett doesn't talk back. Except to Catherine, and then only when he's, you know, moody. He's a moody boy. Alright, what was the third thing? I remember structure gel. I remember cortex chip. And then, oh, it was battery pack. It was battery pack. Yeah, you're unusable. Oh.
It's not something you really want to get comfortable with. That's funny. That's really funny, Julia. What's going on? Am I that transparent? What do you want, Raleigh?
Oh.
We're friends, right? Yes. Do you think Alpha is real? What makes you... Why would you ask that? I think Ross is trying to tell me something. About Site Alpha? He wants me to go down to the abyss and find it. Crazy, right? You've been down there. I just thought you could talk some sense into me. Ronnie, I'm not at liberty to... I can't talk about that.
That makes that way more interesting. So, Site Alpha, I remember back in Theta going through somebody's effects, and they were someone who was working on the WoW. They were someone who was responsible for the WoW in some capacity. They had confidential documents along the lines of, you know, the WoW's capabilities being above expectations and hush-hush and whatnot. The WoW, of course, being an AI. So, if Site Alpha is like a, you know, secret military, you know, extra site that doesn't matter anymore because the world's gone to hell, it's going to be very fascinating when I get down there. So presumably Alpha is where the WoW is? If that's what I'm being sold on? Oof. Just all these ruined fishies. Okay. Do you think Site Alpha is real? I hadn't even considered some bullshit need-to-know basis stuff in this storyline, simply because it hadn't come up yet, right? To drop it this late is actually really effective. Oh, do I get to have another look at... It's me! Yeah. It's me. Spooky time. Yeah. I like that way better than the, oh no, have a look. It's fucking... There's someone with gears in their chest. I'm trying to figure out why I'm so let down by that, why I'm so frustrated by that. Yeah, give us some of that. Oh, should I have done that while carrying structure gel? Maybe not. Oh, I was hurt. I didn't even realize I was hurt. Okay. Yeah, I hope I didn't just narratively screw myself. Because I never needed to touch that shit. Right? Okay. Anyway. Whoopsie daisies. Alright. So, this one's done. I can hit upper. So I will emerge there. Airlock at the back. Presumably hella infected areas left and right. Mess hall, containment, power room. Power room's going to have the battery. In the furthest possible point because level design. Alrighty. To the stairwell. Was this? out like this before? Anyway. Oh, those are intestines. Yeah. So, this actually... Gee, I wonder. I have yet to get through all of Superintelligence by Nick Bostrom, but that is a book that talks about some of the dangerous things an AI could do, right? And Bostrom isn't talking about a conscious, sapient AI. Bostrom and others are talking about just an AI, just something intelligent enough to pursue its goals in a way that we can't predict, and that might be able to subvert systems or, you know, act in powerful ways just because we haven't taken these sorts of things into account. And one of the things that comes up frequently in these theories of existential dread is nanites, is nanotechnology of some kind. So if we develop nanotechnology, then it's, you know, it's something to think about. But it's also the worry that somehow, you know, an AI would get so clever that it would know how to build nanites of some kind and thus complete its goals. The great story, I don't know if it's from Bostrom or from Yudkowsky specifically, but it's about paperclips. Let's just say a super intelligent AI was in charge of a paperclip factory, but it was just told to make paperclips. It didn't understand the world, it didn't understand us, it wasn't even necessarily conscious. It was just driven to make paperclips. And so, with enough intelligence and enough resources and, you know, nanotechnology, what if it just broke down the entire Earth and the entire universe and turned it all into paperclips? This is obviously it's far-fetched in terms of its overall capability, but it is an example of something ridiculous that could happen if nanotechnology is viable and if an AI gets control of it and is just doing its job, right? And I feel like this story hews somewhat close to it in a sort of zombie body horror kind of way, with the idea that this nanotechnology, which was benign, it was just there to fix circuits, with the help of the WoW, can connect people to circuitry and keep them both alive in some form of awake, sentient state. Very strange, very cool. It makes me wonder if they have done the same reading. This is information that has been considered by them as well. Okay, so this is what happens when structure gel... And again, all of this happened after the comet landed, right? So it implies some level of... Well, there's one of two possibilities. Either the WoW is aware enough to take this new paradigm into account, so its surroundings here are somehow reflective of the greater peril in the world, or not even peril necessarily, just some form of state change that then inspired this, or led to this in a sort of flowchart kind of way. Or people at Site Alpha did it, and it'll just boil down to it was a person's fault. You know, it was the company fucking used me, etc., etc., Wanli-Yutani. And I hope it's not that. I want it to be an unfathomable machine, because that's way more interesting. Way more interesting. Oh, it's the main entrance. Oh. Oh my. So this is where I tried to get in before, I take it? Okay, so we're talking forceful head removal. Just... Oh shit. I forgot about this. Yeah, no, that's right. I don't get anything anymore. Because they don't have black boxes. That's the point of removing the heads. Okay, so I think whoever has been infected at Omicron is trying to do everybody a favor. And these grisly deaths are an attempt to prevent a grisly unlife. So while it looks terrifying, this individual who wants me to take some sort of virus to Alpha is actually, you know, doing the right thing. Very, very, very cool. Oh, Almighty Pun Queen asking, more bodies or less, or they've moved. These are all new to me. I never got in this door because of the lockdown. This is why I'm so curious about that headless body having moved before, if indeed it did, because it actually doesn't make sense for it to have moved. It seems the whole point of removing the head, or destroying the brain, you know, to talk about it in a zombie film way, is to prevent this sort of shit, right? That's the whole point. Yeah, look at this, it's just all tangled in. What am I hearing? Yeah, the sort of messy pseudo-circuitry. I gotta admit, it's cool, but sometimes it looks a little chunky and a little not good. I don't always love it. Oh ho. Okay. I'm here. Okay. Can't get in there, can't get in there. Oh, can I get in anywhere? I can't get into... Oh no, I hit override. There we go. Removing lockdown. That's what I do. Cool. Well, that might open... Were there any doors? No, that was... No, this is just all fucked, right? That's the stairwell. These are the busto places, but they're now accessible via the long way. That one's going to stay closed because of course it is. All right. Whew! I'm slightly regretting pushing on, but once we're done with this area, it's a good closing point. I mean, it might just take us the 2 hours anyway, frankly. Man, I want to know how long this game takes if you're sneaking around, because I know it took me forever before, and now it's taking me some time, but I'm also being careful to learn absolutely everything possible. Holy shit. So, what would it take for someone to be aware enough of what's going on to become changed and then run around and remove everybody's heads, right? Because these monsters are powerful. Emboldened by the WoW, perhaps, but by the same token, they didn't even get their food. Oh, it's a computer. These aren't openable? No, okay. Yeah. Oh, you put in a... Yeah. Miso, rice, spinach, curry mitch, dried beef, and then you just, bam, you get your food. The future. It's all cubes. Everything's cubes. So first do the read, get nothing. Get nothing at all. Alright. Can I access this? You're kidding. Oh no, here we go. Wow, I'm just like, I have clambered atop this corpse. Hot diggity damn. Alright.
Johan Ross was found dead on the climber this morning. The ARC team went down a couple of days ago, but I see no reason to suspect them playing a part in his death. The climber can't be operated from the abyss, so there was a scheduled retrieval. The climber returned with only the lifeless body of Alpha member Johan Ross.
Alpha member?
No traces of the ARC team. Cameron, Eames, Lansky, all studying the body inside containment. I'll follow up with whatever they find. Delenda S.
Interesting. So Johan Ross, dead from ARC, dead from Alpha, brought back here in containment, now possibly the person communicating with me?
The WoW has been getting more aggressive, pushing all systems to their limits. Ironically, the dead Dr. Johan Ross would be the perfect person to ask why the WoW is making such a big buzz about his passing.
Fantastic.
After all, the WoW isn't supposed to want anything, and definitely not to mourn people. The system overload affects the staff considerably. Headaches, loss of sleep, unwarranted stress. And it seems to be getting worse. I could use some advice if you can get through. Delenda Est.
What the hell do they mean by overload? Do they mean that the systems are overloaded, which means they're unmanageable somehow, it requires more work or more finicky work, and that's causing headaches and stress? Or do they mean system overload as in somehow the WoW getting pushy after the death of Dr. Johan Ross, and it's somehow affecting their black boxes? So I didn't think the WoW was connected to... I mean, I know that the WoW monitors their systems, right? Yeah, I'm just not sure what that means.
Things are out of hand. The staff looks like they're about to explode. Every other person walks around with nosebleeds, and the rest keep wiping stains of blood from their eyes to keep them from overflowing.
No, okay, it's internal.
It's to do with the WoW trying to free Ross somehow, for sure. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if the body just got up and left. Rally Herber, our dispatcher, has been snooping around asking questions she shouldn't. She says she's going down into the abyss to find Alpha. I can't bring myself to stop her.
Okay. And then she got her head cut off. Okay. Can I send?
Ross was found dead on the climber this morning. The WoW has been getting more aggressive, pushing all systems to their limit. Things are out of hand. The staff looks like they're about to explode. Every other person walks around with nosebleeds, and the rest keep wiping stains of blood from their eyes to keep them from overflowing.
That's so interesting. Okay,
The
so
WoW are trying to free Ross somehow for sure.
WoW, Ross presumably has some kind of antidote, right?
Has been snooping around asking questions she shouldn't.
Ross is trying to speak to me.
The abyss to find Alpha. I can't bring myself to stop her.
Someone just comes in and lops her head off. So it doesn't seem like this is at the point where we've got monsters, right? This seems like it is a person, Ross or Riley, making these choices, right? Ross was, or is still in there. Maybe the strobing, so he's not teleporting, he's just not observable to me all the time. Still doesn't explain the other guy that literally teleports, near as I could tell. Unless I'm wrong about that, and it is a kind of invisibility. Very weird. Storage. Storage. No. I mean, this whole place, I'm waiting for the point where the game expects me to be snooping, but again, we just had our snooping area. That was a strange music sting game. Was I meant to be somewhere else when that happened? Did I trigger it inadvertently? Alright. This is all... No, okay, it's not stings, it's swells. It's musical swells. Alright. Oh! That's saving icon. Close this. Righty. Something's going to come out of that. Look how well lit that is. Either something comes out of that or I go into that. This is going to be connected to something. Possibly a battery? Oh. Oh no. Not a person I can connect to. Myself, but... Ugh. Yeah. The removal of the head seems the optimal power pack storage. Alright, sick. Ah, game. Oh dear. Hey, there we go. There's a monster. That's power going out. Okay, I'm gonna be... Or I'm meant to be crawling through those. Okay. You seem preoccupied. I'm gonna scope. Yeah. I did suspect, you know, power pack charger. No, none of that's supposed to be. Alright. Alright. I wonder if this would be different. If... Oh, that's pincer hands. Look at that. It's... The way that it looks like the WoW made all of it. Wow. Okay. So interesting. So these bursts of electromagnetism... Oh. So the electromagnetism is how control happens, right? Is that how the WoW controls these things to... I don't know. I don't know. That electromagnetism point is too fuzzy. Yeah, I wonder if safe mode version of that monster is meant to be coming after me, or I wonder if this is just meant to be an off-putting game moment. So this is not going to be charged, right? So I'm going to have to go charge it. That's dead. Yeah, these are the same electromagnetic bursts that typically or accompanied teleporting from the first monster. So, what does this... Oh, I can't click on this. Oh, okay. Okay. So I was wrong. Okay. Do I just have a power pack then? I mean, whether it is charged, I guess, is the question. You got me hooked, game. You got me real curious. Real curious. Oh, saving again. Well, that to me says that I've probably charged it, or it's probably just done. Whoa, there we go. Okay, it's out. Ha, okay. Let's go. Let's do it, friend. Oh, you were not here before. How did you come to be here in that short period of time? Unless, again, these electromagnetic pulses are time jumps for me, right? It's just weird, I don't know. Ha, of course. Of course. Uh-huh. Is it behind me?
Shut the door, Cat. Lock it up.
There we go.
Lock the door.
Okay, yeah, it did chase me.
Managed to piss off another one of WoW's monsters.
We have everything we need, right?
Yeah. Let's get to work.
Alright, I think that's where we're calling it, because this is the perfect time to call it. Whew. We will get narrative satisfaction. Oh, next session. Oh, cool. That was a nice touch, actually. Having a monster that looks completely harmless, and in fact mostly human, and then it chases us unexpectedly right near the end. I felt very safe because of the way the game is, but, you know, or maybe it was meant to chase me, and the safe version of this, they just didn't bother including the chase animation. Or just, you know, having that part of the game cut altogether. Who knows? Who knows? GG indeed. Oh. No, that's cool. We got some more answers. I hope I remember any of them before next session. But, I mean, I'll go back through all this stuff. I'll look through wikis. I'll comb through it. I actually spent a solid chunk of time today going through all of the AI stuff that I had collected, or all of the science fiction I had collected about AI, I should say, and trying to portion it out into the thesis. Like, not all the content, just the concepts, right? Like, what is this book going to be used to talk about? What is this game going to be used to talk about? And SOMA did not come up heaps, or did not come up so much that I need, for the thesis, to explain everything completely as I play through it. So if I need to find things out later, I can. It's not the end of the world. And that's a relief, because, you know, as per usual, I have to remind myself this thesis is not about video games. It is about capital L literature, or, you know, lowercase l genre fiction, in literature form, in prose, primarily. So yeah, talking about video games is very cool and interesting, and I want to do it more, but I don't need to stress about knowing everything right now, which is a relief. Alright guys, thanks for being here. I'm going to go. I will see you next week.